Good morning. This is Shelby Law with the Great Basin's Prescribed Fire Smoke Briefing for Wednesday, February 28th, 2024. Precipitation is shown here for the past 7 days on the left and the percent of normal for the past 30 days on the right. We can see we've been in a pretty active weather pattern really for the entire month of February. It's brought some good precipitation to portions of the region, especially southern Idaho, most of Utah, most of Nevada even. Just a couple dry pockets there over northeast Nevada and a few spots in central Idaho. The current snowpack is also looking pretty good. Some particularly high values are found over Nevada with around 150% of normal. Utah's doing pretty well. Southern Idaho's doing well. A little bit lower values over the central Idaho mountains, portions of western Wyoming, and then along the Sierra front. The roller coaster that is spring weather in the Great Basin continues this week. For today, we are expecting mostly sunny skies and warm temperatures, but there is some moisture beginning to move into the northern portions of the region out ahead of a pretty big low pressure system that's going to be moving in for the weekend. So for today, again, we can see that low off the coast, but generally warm, sunny conditions over Utah and Nevada with some moisture moving into Idaho today. Ventilation rates are pretty favorable, over Nevada and portions of Idaho, a little bit lower over Utah. Transport winds are starting to pick up across the north, the Pacific Northwest, Idaho, and right along the Sierra front, but lighter generally elsewhere over Utah and Nevada. And the mixing heights are will be coming up as well. They're on the lower side over Utah, but a little bit higher in the west over Nevada. Maximum temperatures today are quite spring-like. Highs in near 60 in western Nevada. Not quite so high elsewhere across the region, but still pretty warm with highs in the 50s to upper 40s. Probability of precip is low across the area, except over the central Idaho mountains here, where we're starting to see moisture beginning to move into the region. On Thursday, that low strengthens and begins to move a little bit closer to the area, but still generally clear across the southern half of the geographic area. Idaho will continue to see more moisture moving in and increasing chances for precipitation there, and also across northern Nevada. Ventilation rates begin to really improve out ahead of this low as we start to see winds pick up and the mixing heights increasing as well. So again, looking at that, transport winds for tomorrow, Thursday, are very strong over western and central Nevada and up into western Idaho, picking up even over western Utah on Thursday, and mixing heights really increasing across especially the western portions of the area as well. On Thursday, the low continues to slowly make its way further eastward and southward into the Great Basin, so we expect to see increasing precipitation over the northern half of Nevada and into northern Utah. Ventilation rates are pretty high, and we'll see winds continue to increase across the area. So again, looking at those transport winds on Friday, a very windy day for Utah and Nevada as the front moves through. Mixing heights are also really high. The forecasted clearing index for Utah is shown here for the next 3 days. Today, those values are still pretty low with the high pressure and sunny skies in place. Thursday and Friday, they really increase rapidly with the increasing winds and increasing mixing heights across the area. 3-day precipitation totals are shown here. This gives us our precip through early in the morning on Saturday. So the precip is mainly going to be focused across the north, just moving into northern Nevada and northern Utah by Saturday morning. Then during the day on Saturday, that low really pushes through or continues to push through, pushing south through the Great Basin, bringing precip dragging that precip further south into central and even into southern Utah. Cooler temperatures will begin to move into the Great Basin as well. High ventilation rates on Saturday. On Sunday, that main low swings through the Great Basin, dropping temperatures to the coolest the coolest day of the week, with highs in the 30s. Precipitation will continue throughout the day on Sunday. This is kind of a late day image here with high elevation snow and some mid to low elevation snow and mixing with rain there on Sunday. On Monday, we should see the precipitation sort of taking a little bit of a break ahead of the next low moving into the Pacific Northwest. There is some moisture still around across the north. High ventilation rates on Monday. Then on Tuesday, we'll see moisture really hanging around the Great Basin for some showers possible, especially across the north or the south, excuse me, with a little low moving across the area there. Ventilation rates remaining high. So stay tuned for better details on the first of next week. Precipitation accumulations for days 4 and 5 are shown here with the bulk of the precip coming in again Saturday into Sunday through Utah and into Nevada. Precip total, or the extended outlook, is shown here with temperatures expected to be cool for March 6th through the 12th across the west coast, and above normal precipitation is expected as well, especially across the southern portions of the region. And this concludes today's smoke dispersion briefing. Please check back on Friday for the latest updates.